best part, there's always a party. Let's go, Paulie.
Yo, baby, how we doing this week?
Well, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll tell you how we're doing. We got the neon Life's a Party sign is in, Paul. Are you stoked about it? Sounds like you are.
One of our final pieces. We're missing one more thing.
What are we missing? Oh, yeah. Oh, secret.
We're missing one more thing that'll add a little bit of flair to that sign. But the sign's got a lot of flair already. I mean, go to YouTube, go to our Instagram. We're going to be posting pictures of this sign, but we're really happy about it.
And we just want to say that we appreciate it because we're coming off a hot episode.
We are.
Fans loved the last episode. Shout out producer Drew, took our show to another level. Though he did go over his characters.
That's true.
So what we had to do is we had to discipline him this week. So we actually took away his microphone, so he's not allowed to talk tonight.
He forgot his microphone.
No, we took it away from him. Don't act like we're not disciplining. We're disciplining him.
Yeah,
we have strict rules here at Life's a Party, and if you don't obey by our characters, we take away your privileges.
But we got a good sign. But the episode last week was awesome. We really appreciate everyone's great feedback. And, going into the set more. We're getting a lot more YouTube views, which we love. But, if you're still listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we love you listening to the podcast every week. And we're just excited to be here and continue the show. Every week's getting better.
While drinking a long drink. So there we go.
There we go.
That was a loud one.
That was a loud crack.
But we're drinking our long drink, so we appreciate the partnership we have with them. Hopefully doing some more exciting things. Paul was touching on prior to the show, we might be heading out to some college football game day tailgates and doing some content out there, so be on the lookout if you see us. We don't want to give too much information.
Not too much away, but hopefully we'll do some college football things in the future. We're continuing. We're going to be doing some taste tests very soon on our YouTube channel. We're getting ready for that set. And to the moon,
To the moon. So I'm a little concerned today, Paul.
Why?
Because I saw that breaking news came in that Apple is getting hacked. So am I being watched through my MacBook Pro right now?
There's a lot of news going on right now with Apple. Today they had their release or whatever that's called.
Release of like a new product?
No, they had like their event. I forget what it's like a
WWDC.
Yeah, some event.
What
right?
he said.
But
My birthday, of course.
Apple usually does like an event every year where they release new products, new versions of the products, updated things, new software, whatever it is, right? And they had their event today.
So it's like the Comic-Con of Apple.
Yes.
Like here's all our new shit. They got a new iPad?
They have
I haven't touched my iPad in like 10 years.
They have new versions of it.
I feel like they haven't upgraded the iPad.
They have. It just looks the same. It's the way with iPhones go. The iPhone, and now it's going to be the iPhone 13. It looks like the 8. It looks like the 7. Like they're all going to look very similar now because I think they have the design very down. Like, that's what we like, right? And you really can't change it much.
Do you think...
I don't want it to be bigger because then you go into like an iPad.
Well, I saw my friend just got an iPhone mini.
People
prefer an iPhone mini.
Like a smaller version.
And I have the iPhone, I don't know what I have, the 12 Plus or something. I get the Max, the Plus. Yeah. And he got the mini. I'm like, why the hell? We're paying the same price. And then he's got the mini. He's like, I like it. It fits in my pocket better.
Yeah, it's smaller. I think I have a bigger phone too, and I don't like how my thumb can't reach. Like from the corner to corner.
That seems like a personal problem.
Everyone doesn't have giant Shaq hands. So,
my thumb is a little abnormally tiny. Like, if you zoom in on that bad boy, that thing is tiny.
But when you're listening to this,
anyways.
If you're listening to this, the Apple event was last week. You probably heard about all the new stuff. But there wasn't too much craziness. It was just new software updates. I think the iPhone 13 looks a little bit different. It looks more, they're like going back towards the iPhone 5 with more of these curved, like square looking phones.
You know what I was thinking of the other day? Like, do you remember or just as simple as like the Game Boy or like the DS or even specifically the PSP? Those were like way beyond before their age.
The PSP was for sure.
Like PSP was like what, 2000, like early 2000s? Like that was like a handheld video game that you could take anywhere.
So
like that's some high tech technology.
The PSP is the original Switch.
Yeah.
So imagine a Nintendo Switch. Everyone loves it. Yes, Nintendo does also connect to your TV and like your own system at home where the PSP wasn't. But it's basically a better, larger PSP where, you know, it's portable. You have your control on both sides using both hands.
You
And
can
you're
watch
holding it
porn
that way.
on it.
Whatever you want, whatever you want to do.
Porn on the go.
Whatever you want to do with your mobile device.
Sounds like you speak from experience.
No, tiny thumbs. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
I can't play those games.
Whatever you want to do with your mobile device, we're not here to judge. But with Apple, their event happened today. So this is last Tuesday for you guys listening. But happened today and came out today too, was that there were some major hacks happening.
Do you think, like, I was going to ask this before you went on that little rant. This is probably a very stupid, like, statement. But do you think it was almost like a publicity stunt?
No, absolutely not.
Well, notice how I said that's a stupid question because obviously that hurts their company.
Yeah, you're not going to put a
But
bad
it is a little
PR
ironic how they have this
on the same
on
day.
the same, yeah. I mean, obviously it's not a publicity stunt. I mean, that is stupid. But it is kind of ironic how this news came out. Is it fake news? Is it real news? I don't know. It's just weird that it came out on the same day.
Yeah, some major news outlets covered it. It was saying how people were hacking into iPhones without any. They don't need your passcode. They don't need no passwords. They don't need anything. Apple came out and just said update your phone because they fixed the problem. But there were probably a lot of iPhones, a lot of things that.
But
were
I didn't
hacked.
update my phone.
What are you hiding on your phone?
Tiny thumbs.
You ever watch Impractical Jokers where they do a funny thing with Murr and so one of Murr's punishments, if you ever watch Impractical Jokers, they basically have someone and they punish him at the end of the episode, whatever. Well, they made Murr, the guy, go through his iPhone with his dad on like his photos. And I'm telling you, it was one of the funniest bits. I'm like, dude, like if I had to sit there with my mom and like go through my photos, could you explain everything on your phone?
I don't think
Every
I could, to be honest.
screenshot, every picture you took of yourself, every picture you have maybe of like a saved thing on Instagram, like could you go through your phone and show anyone in the world without any problems?
I have to wipe my phone.
I think I could. Like I'm a person that I'm very open about my life.
Okay.
Like I speak pretty much like that's why people like both of us. Like we're both pretty open about shit that happens. And we kind of like want to make people feel like they know us through a microphone or through
Yes.
a camera. And that's what's so great about Let's Party. I mean, maybe some things are off maybe some things are off limits. I mean, hey-o, kid show. But but I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I could do that. I don't know. I think maybe you have to sign like a permission slip. Like, Mom, sign this permission slip. Whatever you see here cannot be taken elsewhere.
You have to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. What you see on my phone is between you, me, and the phone. That's all you see.
But there was a lot going on this week. I mean, we had the NFL started. We had the Met Gala was just recently.
VMAs.
The VMAs were big. Did you watch the VMAs?
I caught the second half of the VMAs, the ending.
Well, it's not a football game.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't
It's not
like
a Broadway
plan.
show. I called it after intermission.
Well, I didn't plan to watch the game, watch the VMAs. Like I didn't plan to watch it, and we were just scrolling through TV, my girlfriend and I, and she loves Doja Cat.
Dude, I love her.
Right?
She was in the dude Lil Dicky's show.
Was she?
Doja Cat. She had like an episode like towards her. She was like the main character. I love her.
So she was the host of the VMAs
was
this
she?
year. I didn't know this, right?
Dumbass costume.
No, dumbass costumes.
Oh, she had multiple.
Dude, every single one was like insane. There was one in particular where she's wearing, my girlfriend called it like a comforter as she was wrapped around her head. And she actually won an award and she accepted the award in that costume. And she even made fun of the costume while she accepted. She's like, I'm accepting this award in this thing. And I'm telling you, I couldn't stop laughing at the screen.
Well, she's a great example of just being like she's different. Like she doesn't care about what the media portrays her. It's like she's weird. Okay, we'll address that. She is a weird person, but she like embraces that weirdness, which is dope.
But I feel like Lady Gaga was the originator of that.
Okay, Lady Gaga's great, and she probably was. But here's the thing: like, what was the theme of the Met Gala? Because I saw a lot of dudes wearing like jackets with no shirts underneath.
Really?
I didn't know if that's the new trend. I mean, I'm not hopping on it clearly, but is that a new trend where you wear a dress jacket and then get like nothing underneath? That's also like a slap in the face to the girls. It's like they're taking hours and thousands of dollars worth of makeup
Those
and get ready for the
dress-ups.
gala, and then
Yeah.
her boyfriend or her date just puts on a jacket over top and no undershirt. Like what?
Well, I saw that with the VMAs where a lot of people, it's more in fashion too. Like if people are ripped and stuff, the guys are just wearing jackets. Like they're not, like Lil Nas X doesn't wear. Well, I mean, his performances, he doesn't wear anything anymore.
Speaking of porn, I mean, he basically does that on the stage.
I like watching him. He's
No,
fun.
he's a great entertainer.
Yeah.
His performance was probably one of the, like, it's entertaining. I love it.
Yeah.
I just hate how people about the VMAs, It's like I saw TikToks where they were getting on Olivia Rodrigo. What's her name? Rodrigo, right?
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo. And they were getting on Lil Nas X because of their singing and like their performance. But you got to understand, like he's doing like a marching band, like running around on stage while trying to sing. Like, first of all, credit to him that he's actually trying to sing, and that he's not like lip singing it
And faking it.
So obviously he's not gonna hit these like key notes while he's running around, dancing, changing his outfits, clothes, and whatever. It's like people just like don't understand, and it gets me kind of mad.
Well, he's interesting because he was really self-produced. Like everything that he did, how he got Old Town Road up to #1, and then he got Billy Ray Cyrus on Old Town Road, that remix. And what I really love about him, because I love social media, is he manipulated social media to get Old Town Road to #1 in the charts using memes and using the internet and pop culture, and like that meme culture really, where he was putting like what is it, SpongeBob like memes, and he was doing like all this stuff with Old Town Road. And if you ever follow him on social media, follow him on TikTok, he's freaking hilarious, and he can really manipulate like the pop culture and the younger generation. And he's just a funny character where he knows what he's doing. He's very like Mr. Beast, like knowing his audience and how to get them backing him to push all his content and push his success forward.
That's like 100%. He really can, because I was watching the VMAs and I watched his performance. And I was like, how does this dude like have performances or like concerts? Because I don't think he has that much music. And I'm like, I go on Apple Music. I'm like, what kind of music does he have? He's releasing a new album, Montero, I think it's called. But he only has like 4 or 5 songs. So it's hard to have a concert of your own with 4 or 5 songs. So to blow up how big he is off 3 or 4 songs, I mean, it's crazy. I remember the one time he did a concert at like an elementary school.
Okay.
And he was singing like Old Town
Yes,
Road
he
with his shirt
was.
off, with like these elementary kids like sitting pretzel leg. And then they're coming up, I got the horses in the bag.
Yeah. I remember that.
It was funny. Anything else on the VMAs?
Nothing VMAs. It was an okay show. Lil Nas X won something. I think he won Video of the Year, actually. He won the big one. But, okay, so one more thing, I guess, in the beginning here. Some sports things. If you watched this viral video that's going on right now on TikTok, maybe you'll see it in the next week, or you'll see it before you listen to this. There was a viral video of a baseball player throwing, I think, was it from third or shortstop?
It was a hit up the middle, and the shortstop got the ball, and he did a silhouette, or was that a pirouette? Silhouette.
Whatever that type
he did
of
like a
throw
turn
is.
and throw where he wasn't looking at first base, so he kind of just hurry up and threw it to first base, and he hit the first base umpire in the face,
Like square in the face,
and knocked him out. And then like the umpire got up and he was bleeding, and he had to stay down. It was honestly the craziest shit I've ever seen. I saw the video. I sent to my dad immediately. It was hilarious. Well, it's not. Well, it is hilarious, but it is. Hopefully the guy's okay. I mean, but he went viral on Twitter, TikTok, etc. Literally, shortstop went up the middle, turned around, wasn't seeing where he was throwing it. Straight baseball to
knocked
the
him
face.
like right in his cheekbone. And that's the thing with sports. There's always something. There's always something new. That's when Randy Johnson hit the bird.
Oh, he killed the bird.
Randy Johnson was a pitcher, and he threw a pitch, and like the odds of a bird flying past the ball literally made the bird explode. And the odds
Did you
were
see
like,
the other animal with sports with the cat was dangling from the rafters?
was that like a
That one.
yeah?
That shit was real fucked up.
It was at like
that
a
a soccer
professional
game?
stadium. No, but I think it was a college football game.
I thought it was a soccer game,
I
like
don't
an
know. It could have
MLS
been
game.
either or, maybe. And they literally gathered like flags and were holding it together as the cat was getting ready was literally holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
Even though they get 8 lives. And he was holding on for dear life, and he fell down, and the guys below caught it from the balcony with a flag. I mean, that was just like, you never see this shit.
Okay, one more thing now with an arena. Did you see the Washington football team arena?
Their arena.
Did you see that the pipe broke?
No.
Okay, so this was opening day, Washington football team, as I said, NFL. And in the stadium, I guess this was in the first like section of seats. So like on the ground level, closest to the field. And if you looked up where the second section of seats like kind of overhangs, one of the pipes broke, and people think it was toilet water because like things were coming out of the water and like soaking these people. The whole section cleared out, and the thing's just raining, flooding water in the middle of the game. And everyone's like, it smells like shit. Like it's so gross.
I did not see it. It was like during the game?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Like first game of the season, and there's just, as we said, there's always something new in sports.
Well, that's the thing. Like, my girlfriend is always like, oh, like she like enjoys watching sports, but when it's like 8 hours of college football on Saturday and then it's like 7 hours of commercial-free football on Sundays, she's like this is enough is enough. But you don't realize how much this world revolves around sports. It's like you see the news, and the news is talking about like Fox or something or CNN. They'll talk about like how it's nice to see college gatherings together.
Yeah.
Everyone's come back together. That's sport. It's like sports brings so much to our community and our country that it is like every little thing is like headline and news.
Yeah.
So you gotta keep up to date with the sports.
Got to.
All right, first block we're gonna get into here. We're sticking with sports.
Yeah.
But we're doing the sports and drinking combination. And the best sport to drink and play is good old golf, Paul.
Absolutely. You like getting trashed out on the golf course. It's one of my favorite activities, as we've always said here on the show. And it's a good bonding experience with the boys.
So we're gonna go down a couple of what to like do's and don'ts. So do's to drinking at the course and what not to do while you're drinking at the course. Paul, we're gonna go through the do's first. So what should you do when you're getting ready to go drinking and play some golf with the boys?
You got to make
With
sure.
the boys.
Yeah, with the boys.
With the boys.
Boston with the boys.
With the boys.
If you're an old school listener, you'll get the reference.
Boston with the boys.
But when you're out on the golf course, you need to bring alcohol. And, you know, a lot of times it's more fun drinking beer or seltzer or whatever you got out on the course. So you got to make sure you bring a cooler.
Yeah, because drinks get really expensive.
Drinks get expensive at the course. You know, you like your beer cold. You don't want to put it in your bag.
And in addition, when you're out on the course drinking, it's nice to have your beer because sometimes courses don't let you bring beer in. So you sometimes have to sneak it in, but you have to sneak it in. Because the problem is once you're playing and maybe it's a busy day or maybe it's not a busy day and they don't run a cart girl out there.
Yeah,
and then you don't
dude.
see I went golfing the other day and we were going to drink a little bit. We saw the cart girl twice. It's like you can only drink so much when you see the cart girl twice in 5 hours.
Yeah, so bring your cooler. Try to sneak it in. If you can't, I always bring tall boys. I like bringing tall boys.
Yeah.
So if you could have, you know, three tall boys sneak in your golf bag, while you know you're pulling your bag out of your car to go to the course.
Here's the first down thing. There we go.
What's
First
up,
one
buddy?
to
What's
show.
up?
Did you see the well, I get a lot of Instagram ads. The one invention where they have a beer cooler
Yes.
in the shape of a golf club.
Yep.
Did you send that to me?
There's
and they
a-
could put it's literally shaped as like a golf club case, but it fits like perfectly in as if it is a golf club, but it's just a sleeve of beer.
So I've seen a few things. One is like it's like a club tap where like you put the club in the bag and then you can run beer through your club head.
That's dope.
That's crazy. And then the other one, I think what you're talking about is it's like a tube, like a
Yeah.
sleeve, where I think it holds up 6 to 8 beers maybe, and it is the size of a hole in your golf bag. So you can like zipper it up. It's a big tube, and you just push it in your golf bag. That way you can hide it in plain sight.
People get really creative, and it's also a good way not to bother the cart girl.
That's true. Don't bother cart girl, or Ryan said if the cart girl's not showing up enough. But that is I hate that because I hate going to the course and them saying, hey, no coolers or whatever. And then it's like a Tuesday or Wednesday and they don't have a cart girl. And it's like, okay, like what the hell do you want me to do?
Cart girls make a shit ton of money.
Crap ton of money. There's a lot of cart girls on TikTok that I've seen that talk about their stories and stuff. And that's always interesting.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about, we have another do.
Yeah.
So with cart girls, make sure to tip the cart girl.
Yeah, you have to be sure, especially the first time through tipping her.
Yes.
Because if you tip her good the first time, then you don't run into the problems where she's not coming around.
Yep.
Because then she comes back and you're like, hey, I tipped you good. Well, you don't say, hey, I tipped you good last time.
But she knows.
She knows. And then she's like, hey, those guys hooked me up last time. They were nice to me. They weren't creepy to me.
Yeah.
Which a lot of the old guys are creepy to the cart girls. They were respectful. They tipped me good. I'll go hit them first. Maybe get them some more drinks.
Yeah, and I think that goes for anything in the service industry where you're tipping people. Like if you're at a bar, or if you're at a bar, if you're at a wedding and it's like a cash bar, if you tip the guy really well the first time, he'll know. Like the bartenders pay attention, the car girls pay attention. Tip him well the first time, and you'll enjoy like your evening or your day or whatever you're doing a lot better with like better alcohol service.
That's like when I tip my ice cream girls.
Yeah. See, I do it
They
with
give me
alcohol.
extra ice cream the next time I come.
Ryan's like,
It's a
ice cream.
science. It's a complete science. All right, next one. Next do. is make a friendly wager. Like when you get there, play for something, right? Like playing like concert or just playing for fun is fun sometimes, but like our friends are competitive and we like to be competitive and we like to size up, hey, you're partnering with him today because your game matches with him. So maybe throw like a $50 bet in, or maybe do like a wager, like a truth or dare, or not a truth or dare, but like a dare. Like, oh, if you guys lose, you guys have to funnel 2 beers and jump off this, and make it fun with the game.
Jump off, jump into the water, jump into the
this.
pond, whatever you're doing.
I'd jump off something. Okay, that's not, we can cut that out.
I think that it's good.
I'm happy about my life. I'm in a good place.
Yeah, Ryan's good. He's not jumping anywhere.
I'm not jumping anywhere.
But I think it's good to make bets with your friends while you're out on the golf course. You can do longest drive or closest to the hole.
Those are good.
Those are fun too. It's like, hey, closest to the hole wins. Everyone does like a $5 bet or something. So there's foursome. You do $5 a piece, and maybe the closest to the hole wins that hole or something, the $20. Or maybe you do something where it's say closest to the hole, everyone else has to shotgun.
Yeah.
You could do fun drinking things, fun money things. If you don't want to bet the whole round and just make like certain holes competitive, that way you enjoy the round a little bit better because you're not competing the whole time.
Yeah, because like our buddies, like maybe we don't bet for the whole round, but then we'll have three balls lined up on the fairway that are close to each other. It's like, hey, you guys want to do closest to the pin?
Yeah.
And we'll chip it up. So who's close to the pin? $5. Just keeps it entertaining. So definitely do that while you're out drinking with the boys. With the boys. Have you ever played the game Wolf?
Yes.
That's a fun thing to do. I don't know, but sometimes I don't think we play enough, like with enough money, because we always play and then we end up where it's like you owe him $3, he owes you $2. So it was like we went through that whole 18 rounds of playing Wolf, and I only owe you $2.
You only won like $1 or $2. Yeah,
It's probably too hard to explain.
Wolf is a game where I think you're betting per hole, and it's like $1. So if you win the hole, then someone gives you $1. But you have to pick a player to like go with. It is a little complicated, but it's a fun way to like bet. So if you ever played Wolf, let us know.
Or look it up. If you want next time you go golfing, look up the rules of Wolf and try to incorporate with your friends' round of golf.
Yeah, great idea.
All right, next one, Paul.
Next one we have here is plan in advance what you're doing after the golf course. Because when you're going golfing with your boys, you're having a good time. Usually you're golfing like in the morning, maybe like 8, 9, 10 o'clock. And you've been drinking, you're having a good time. Maybe it's a Saturday, Sunday, most of the time, maybe Friday after work or something. You're going to want to keep partying. So just make sure everyone knows where to go so you guys stay together. You either have the plan to go out to the bar, go to a friend's house, or maybe go home, eat, and then go party.
Go home, nap.
Shower, party.
Shower. Skip the shower.
Poop.
Chug a beer.
Whatever you got to do. Everyone has their, that is something funny though. Like when we go golfing and we all plan to get together, everyone has like their own plan, right? Like someone's like, oh, I'm going to go nap, eat, shower, come out. Or I'm going to go nap and poop and come out. Or like, hey, I'm going to do
enough poop out of you.
Whatever
we
you
get
gotta,
that you take a shit after golf.
Whatever
you
you
don't have to
gotta
tell
do,
us $7.
Whatever you got to do.
I poop and then shower and poop again and then poop and then
all the time.
Yeah,
whatever gets you through the day.
But then you could do like a nice little beer shower. Do you like beer showers?
Do you what's it called? A beer brewski?
Beer brewski
or shower?
Beer shower. How are you gonna act like I said it wrong and then
is it beer shower?
It's a beer shower. You take a beer into the shower. It's pretty self-explanatory.
I think it's called like a shower brewski or something.
What? Yeah, maybe if you're in Boston with the boys.
Let me know. Let us know in the comment section down below.
You don't need to let us know. That's the term.
I'm not sure.
Beer shower.
I'm not sure about that one.
But yeah, figure out the after party. Pretty much summed it up. All right, last one is take videos or like pictures. Like our friends are really not good at this.
No.
We're like the only two that's like, hey, let's do a video. But it is good to have funny videos from the golf course. Because sometimes I'll go golfing and I'll go, man, I wish I had a video of when Sean was drunk, smacked up on the 8th tee, and he hit it into the water or hit a tree and it came back at us. Like, I wish I had that moment on camera just to have maybe for myself or maybe just to post it. But it's just, you kind of miss a lot of opportunities for funny shit to watch again if you don't take videos or pictures.
Yeah, it falls in line with that idea of like, when is the right time to like record stuff, and you want to live in the moment and be there and be present. But at the same time, if your buddy's getting smacked up and you know he's not going to hit well, just pull out your camera. Like something funny's going to happen. So, because I did that last time we golfed, we knew our buddy Sean was going up to tee off a par 3, and the par 3s are fun because everyone's like, everyone's close. You should hit a good shot or usually hit a terrible shot. And we had it where he was messing around saying how good the shot was going to be, and then he shanks it left. And it's just a good video. It's funny.
Or if you like set someone up, you get
Yeah.
the camera ready. Because a lot of our friends are assholes. I mean, we've addressed this in the past, and they'll unbuckle their bags on their golf cart,
Yeah.
so that when they drive off, it falls off the bag. So you could get the camera out for that. Or they have like the golf balls that explode when you hit it. And he's like, "Oh, I don't have a ball. What do I do?"
I've seen
He's like,
those,
"Oh, I
yeah.
got you one." Bang, you hit him with like the powder golf ball, and he hits it and explodes powder. So you got to get the camera ready for those things. So we're gonna go through some of the don'ts, what not to do when you're out drinking on the golf course. Paul, what's the first one?
So if you want to do this, this is a good time. You can videotape this as well. But don't usually talk on the backswing of someone else, no matter how smacked up they are. Just keep the golf etiquette best as you can. But you know, I think it all depends on what course you're at, how much you're paying for the round. Is the course really nice? Who's watching?
Well, this is a big problem for me. When I get smacked up on the golf course, you can pretty much throw the golf etiquette out the window.
You're like bump. I like when you're with the golf carts.
You
and
like-
we're like bumping into each other. You play bumper
I
cars,
hate that.
ramming.
That's the one thing I can deal with anything on the golf course. But when you start like blocking me in on the golf course with your golf cart, or like hitting me from the back of the golf cart, it's like, what are we doing?
Running
This
over
isn't
your
bumper
ball.
cars. I mean, we've seen a lot of stories where people get smacked up on the golf course and end up driving into like the water.
There was a viral video on Barstool the other day where the guy was on his golf cart and he was driving and it just was picking up so much speed on him and he wasn't paying attention and he starts hitting on the brakes and it's starting to stall on him and he goes onto the green and like flips the cart over.
Yeah, that's no good. I keep thinking of Two-Turn Tony. He does a lot of golf content.
He does.
What's the one where he has like the ski mask girl lay on the ground? And he like Mayor was like, "Hey, fart," and she like farted, and the ball pretended to float out of her asshole, and then he hit it.
Yeah, they did it.
Like, what is that? Maybe we should do that.
Two-Turn Tony
You
does.
talk a lot about poop, so you could do the fart.
There you go. Two-Turn Tony does a lot of golf content. It's really fun. He'll do beer bongs on the golf course, which are cool. We'd love to do that. He's done ones where, yeah, like he'll be like, he's weird though sometimes because he likes to spit in people's mouths.
Yeah, that's like
Have you
his
seen
thing.
that? So he'll have the ski girl. He has these like henchmen, but they're girls and they're in bikinis and ski masks. And they'll say, "Hey, hey Tony, like if you make this putt in, like you can spit in our mouth." And he's like 2 inches from the hole. Like it's a gimme putt. He'll putt it in and then he'll spit it out. And I'm like, this is like, what are you doing? Like I want to see how he gets on the golf courses with the girls in the bikinis. Like how
Well,
does he?
he's like popular.
Yeah, but at the same
So maybe in the beginning, how does he get on?
But it doesn't matter because most golf courses aren't going to let you destroy their course. Where like I've seen him flip golf carts. I've seen him like run against or throw things in the water or maybe wreck up the green a little bit. Like he brings girls with bikinis with him to the golf course. Like who's like, all right, good to go. Like I've never seen a golf course. Sometimes country clubs and stuff, they kind of have sticks up their butts. So to get that is like impressive.
Well, we're pretty lucky. New Jersey has some good golf courses.
Of course, yeah.
Like we're one of the lucky states. Like I've seen some TikTok videos where these guys are doing golf content on golf courses in different states, and it's like that's what you guys play on. It's like no woods. It's weird. It's like all flat grounds and like the fairways aren't really fairways. You know what I really hate about golf? Before we get into the fucking kick soccer golf.
Oh, foot golf.
Foot golf, that's got to end. Like, we got to stop whatever that is. Like, that's got to be gone. I hate that. Especially because they let them on now at the same time you play
Yes,
golf.
Yeah.
No. Your life is in danger because I could kill you with a golf ball. And you're like, ugh. I hate it.
You're playing at a golf course that isn't the best golf course, and they want extra money, so they added a
That's
foot.
not the only golf course that does it.
Yeah, but
It's like a hot thing.
I've never seen it really like implemented into another great country club.
Maybe it's because of shitty clubs.
Yeah, if you don't know what foot golf is, I mean, there's a bunch of like there's disc golf, right?
Kind of like beer shower. You kick a ball into a hole.
No, but foot golf. It's basically like it's soccer. So you like these. No, I don't know. A lot of people don't know what that is. If I said foot golf to a random person, they might not exactly know what it is.
Golf ball.
Yeah, but it's literally a soccer ball, and you're playing like normal golf rules. You start the tee, you got to get the ball in the hole. Obviously, the hole's a lot bigger. Have you ever played?
No, how have I ever played?
But have you played-
I'm getting petitions to people to sign it to make the sport end. You think I go out there and play that?
I think it would be fun.
I
though.
also
It's
can't play
different.
disc golf.
Well,
That's another thing.
You can't play normal golf too.
Oh, here we go.
I got him.
Shots fired.
I was waiting for that was easy button, but that You're not on top of it, Paul. It's okay. I think we should take your privileges of that It Was Easy button.
Play it into the mic. I'll play it later.
Okay.
You don't even know how to work it.
That was easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, was it easy? It didn't seem that
It was
easy.
it was messing up a
All
little
right, so a
bit.
couple more don't things. We have don't bitch out on the group shotgun on the tee box.
Yeah.
Like maybe like on the 5th hole, we're like, let's do a shotgun on the tee box. Don't bitch out. Next one, don't turn into an angry or sad drunk. So like I hate people who text and just, you know what, we talked about this previously. I hate quitters.
Yeah.
But like when you get like sad that you're playing bad or you're angry and that compacts because you're drinking, so you get even more angry at your game, and then you kind of like half-ass the shots, you're not having a good time. And if you want to truly have a good time while playing golf, the whole group as a unit has to contribute in a positive light.
Yeah, it blows when someone's doing really bad and they just take the whole group down of like, they just stop playing. Like I've done that. You know, it's okay to. I've seen. You know, I've had friends who have done really bad on a hole and they're just like, hey, I'm done. Like I'm taking a double par, or like, and that's fine. Like if you don't want to continue, that's fine. But like you keep playing. But I agree. Like if you quit in the middle, I was at a bachelor party in June. Guy went through 5 holes and said I left and leaving. He walked back to the clubhouse. The 5th hole is usually the farthest hole away, and he was 5th hole. And he walked back to the clubhouse, grabbed his bag, called an Uber, went back to the house for the bachelor party. And I was like, what the? Like, just playing so bad, didn't want to golf, whatever. And then I've even had friends who, you know, are playing good. Maybe we're drinking too. But then immediately, once they hit their ball, they go back to their phone and start texting. Or, like, they'll be on their phone. I'm like, bro, like, we're out enjoying the course. Like, you're with your boys. Like, just drink. Like, watch everyone shot.
I like playing when someone like hits a good shot. I'll be like, hey, nice shot. Like I like playing with people who are like, hey, nice shot right there. Or even if that was Brian, that shot was horrible.
Horrible.
At least you're looking. At least you're enjoying. And we're like enjoying our company. And
You
not
should
texting.
stay. Yeah, you should stay at the tee box. Watch everyone's shot go off. You shouldn't be leaving once you putt. Maybe you putt first or something, and then you leave the group and you're back on your car. It's like just stay.
We have a buddy that completes the hole and then tees off while we're still putting. It's like, come on, guy. What are you doing?
He's just too fast. He's too fast.
All right, last two. What's our last? We got 2 left.
You know, with anger, don't lose or break your club.
With anger,
Don't lose or break your club.
Have you ever broke a club?
I have. I broke 1 club.
Out of anger?
Out of, not by accident, but yes, out of anger. I wasn't even playing that bad too. It's for me. It's when I'm playing so good.
And you ruin the
one
score?
shot. Yeah, like you have one bad hole and you just ruin. You're like, damn, that ruined the whole day. Like that ruined my whole score. And I had a chip. I chipped like 3 times, couldn't get up. Got so mad. Took my pitching wedge, kind of slammed it down onto like a hill. I just hit a little too hard. It bent. Shaft was gone.
See, I don't break clubs. Like I don't get angry on the golf course.
You-
It is what it is. I know what I shoot. I'm a 108, 110 shooter.
Yeah.
I go out. I know that's what I'm going to shoot. I'm going to have some bad shots. I'm going to have very few good shots, but I'm going to have a good time.
So you don't break clubs on purpose,
I don't. I see.
but
I have a tendency to break clubs while I'm using them. I don't know if it's because my clubs are cheap or I don't know if I'm just swinging a wrong way. I mean, there's been multiple occurrences where I like tee off with a driver and my driver head just snaps and goes farther than the ball. I've had that.
I've been with you twice. One was a driver head.
But the one was the driver head at the driving range.
Yeah.
And you got mad at me because I wouldn't go get it.
I was like, you're on a driving range. There's like 3 people here. Just tell the guy to stop. Be
I
like,
was
hey.
too embarrassed.
Like, yeah, but you're not gonna like if I broke my driver and the head went flying, the driver's still worth a lot. You go get a new shaft. So why would you not go out on the range just to go grab it? Like tell the guy stop. But then there was another time I was with you where I think you were using a 3 wood or like a 5 wood, and it's like your second shot or whatever, and you just hit the thing so bad. I think it was fat. It went into the ground. Club head broke off, went right into the woods, and I was like, this man just
Can't
loves
use that club anymore. What's funny about the driver head, it was actually my dad's driver. So I like came home, I was like, yeah, I lost your driver head. He's like, what do you mean you lost my driver head? I was like, it just snapped off and just, I didn't get it.
couldn't even lie. Be like, oh, I went into the water, or it was in the woods. Couldn't find it. No, it was clearly right there. I was just lazy and didn't want to go get it.
But what made me think of that is like, a lot of craziness happens at Topgolf. Like people fall off the balcony playing Topgolf.
Topgolf, I've seen, dude. Topgolf's crazy. I've seen people like bounce the ball and then they hit it like a baseball, like a baseball bat. Yeah, people like falling off or slipping. I would be so scared to slip, dude.
I am too. I feel like some people do it on purpose though, just for views.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, but last don't for golf is don't go home and go to bed after playing. I know a lot of you guys are tired after playing, but life's a party, and
Life's
the
a
party
party,
has to
baby.
go on. We've had multiple friends who go home and be like, hey, we have plans. We're going to go here, we're going to go to this bar. We're going to go to this house party. And they're like, no, I'm going to go home and nap first, and then I'll meet you guys there. And 10 out of 10 times, they take a nap and they never come.
Never show up.
So you gotta go enjoy the after party after playing around the golf. So don't go to bed.
And then one extra one I want to talk about, we said with the cart girl. So don't be creepy to the cart girl. I want to talk about it because I think as people get older, everyone's like, oh, young. Usually cart girl, it's usually a young, pretty girl. And that's the whole idea because they put someone there. They know their main audience who's golfing is older men. So you could probably put a young girl in that position. The older guys like it, and the girl will probably get paid or tipped more. So that's why they do it, right?
Well, my girlfriend was like, I always wanted to be a cart girl. And I'm like, no. Like,
No.
I'm not letting you be a cart girl. She's like, they make good money. And you just drive around. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, the shit that I hear that happens, you're not being a cart girl.
I feel the cart girl. I really feel like is one of the main young jobs for like young girls. Like they can get like majorly harassed.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen videos of it. Like we said, there's girls on TikTok who that's like their thing. They're a cart girl and they talk about their experiences and stuff. I used to work at 2 golf courses. The one was great, never had issues. But the other, I would hear stories because I was friends with a cart girl. Hear stories or like things she would say, or they would give her X amount of dollars and be like, oh, I'm staying at this hotel. Like, what are you doing later? It's like this girl's like 16. Like,
Dude,
shut up,
what?
bro. Come on. So just pay. Be respectful to the cart girl. Tip her $1, $2, $5 if you want to be nice. And don't be creepy.
Here's a little controversial thing here.
Okay.
Do you think cart girls, like I see cart girls on TikTok, they'll dress a certain way, they'll act a different way, but that's to get the money.
Correct.
So I'm with them on that.
Yeah.
But guys should understand that they're not like, you're 75 years old. She's not hitting on you. Like, look at her, look at you, buddy. She's doing it for the tip. So you actually got finessed. Like, you're the idiot that just got finessed.
That's the main thing is like, oh, the stripper loves me.
Yeah, right.
It's like, no, bro. No matter what, she don't care about you. She's there to make money. She finessed you.
Well, you gotta respect the hustle. And I
Yeah,
respect
respect
the
it.
hustle. We both respect the hustle. All right, so there it is, a little golf session. Hopefully we do some golf content down the road.
Oh, I would love to. Yeah.
All right, so our next
Next thing we want to do is hot takes.
hot takes,
But
but not our hot takes.
Not our hot takes. We did this a few weeks ago, and I like this. I think we have some TikToks coming up about the last time we did this, and I really like these. So it's basically we're going to read off hot takes from the internet and say if we agree or disagree. Like, what is our opinion on these hot takes?
All right, first one, a hot take that we did not say. We're not saying this,
No,
TikTok, so
no.
stop. Don't yell at us. Cheese isn't great.
That's just fake news.
That's just a bad hot take. And the reason why it's a hot take is because recently I was trying to like lose weight. And my girlfriend was like, "Yo, just try to like cut cheese out." Like people always say, like cut cheese
Cut
cheese
dairy,
out.
yeah.
I'm like, all right, that's not bad. Like cutting cheese. I tried to do it. I realized how much cheese I have a day. Like I put cheese on my pasta. I eat like pizza. I like name anything that like a dinner I have. There's cheese on it. Like you don't realize how much cheese you actually consume a day.
Well, I was thinking even like just dairy in general, like butter, cream cheese, like your
in
breakfast,
everything.
right? Like, yeah, pizza, cheeseburger,
Nachos,
mozzarella
like,
sticks.
mozzarella sticks.
Even like pasta. That's something that's pretty easy. Just don't put cheese on
Yeah,
top.
but I put cheese on it though.
But
You don't realize how much cheese you like actually eat. Well, I'm just speaking for myself, but I had,
No, I
I had
eat
the
a lot
same
of cheese,
conversation with my
too.
family, and they're like, "Yeah, you don't realize how much you actually." So maybe while you're watching this next day, be like, oh, just kind of like keep an intel on like how much cheese you actually have.
so we believe cheese is great.
Cheese is good because pizza is one of the best foods of all time.
Yeah,
All
of
right,
course.
next one.
Small children should cost more to travel.
I feel like you have a strong opinion on this.
I don't think
Well,
so.
here's the factor. Like, do you think small children should have to pay more money to get in the movie theaters because they're more of a hassle to everyone else in there?
I like that. Yeah, that's
See,
good.
that's kind of the same thing.
I mean, I guess you're
Like
saying
if a kid's interrupting a quiet plane ride or train ride.
they're being obnoxious.
Yeah.
So why do they pay less and they ruin my time?
Yes.
I can see where people are saying, hey, maybe they should cost more, and then because they cost more, you won't bring them along. You know,
Right.
that's not my problem. I don't have, it's not my child, not my kid. But I can see that. And when Ryan does bring in the idea of like movie theaters, I
knew that would touch a sweet spot.
when I go to the movie theaters, I make sure I pick certain times where most times the children will not be there.
That's what I thought. Space Jam, 10 p.m. on a fucking Tuesday night. Nickelodeon. It was Slime Central. I was in McDonald's Playhouse.
It sucks, but yeah. So why does a child pay like $8 to go to the movie theaters while your adult ticket's like $12? Doesn't make any sense. They're watching the same movie. Why are they less?
Right. And that's like amusement parks too.
Yeah, but they're a little cheaper. It's like, dude, you're taking up the same amount of space that I'm. I'm a little bigger than you, but at the same time, like, you do everything that I do.
I think they should start putting whine tax. If the kid starts whining, you got to start fighting them.
There you go.
There you go. Like how we disciplined you. We just disciplined them.
Certain amount of characters in the park. That's all you. That's all you get.
You get 7 tiers. Once the 7th one hits, you're out of here.
You get
But
3.
we don't believe that. I think kids should be. We talk about both sides, but you don't genuinely think that kids should have to pay more.
I mean,
I don't.
I mean, they're whatever. Doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter. All right, this one's gonna be touchy subject for you. So a hot take is that ASMR videos are annoying as fuck.
I like them.
I like them too.
I think it depends on who's doing it. I don't like certain sounds. Like I don't like the girls with their nails, and I don't
biggest
like
pet peeve in my
whatever.
life.
But like if I crack a can, love that sound. I like when like people whisper and stuff. Love that. Candy. Certain things I love, but I don't like the nails. I don't like certain like sounds. But as a whole, I like it.
One thing I've been on, I get lost in this AM or what is it ASMR? What does that even stand for?
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
That's why we pay him the big bucks. Maybe you'll get your mic back next time.
Meridian means orgasm.
I wouldn't ask. Okay, kids show. Do you not know it's a kids show? All right, but anyways, ASMR. ASMR. I get called down these roads of like, what are those back crackers? What are they called? You go to the back person.
Oh, chiropractor.
Chiropractors.
Back crackers. Back crackers.
I always watch chiropractor videos. I get stuck on those, and I do enjoy them. Or like they have like the tiny. That's not ASMR, but like they have like the tiny. Like someone makes a dinner, but they use tiny ingredients and tiny knives.
It's in the same realm.
It's kind of in the same realm. So I do enjoy this. Next one.
Next one we have.
Can go fuck themselves up.
Okay.
Next one we have here is this hot take is skipping breakfast is perfectly fine and healthy. So I love breakfast. I think it's the most important meal of the day? No. I think that was a marketing thing that made people try to, sell more breakfast. Probably by the cereals, probably by people doing dairy farms like eggs. Something really interesting is like meat, like bacon, sausage, stuff like that. That was never meant to be breakfast food.
Yeah, it is weird.
That was the meat industry.
I saw something online that the study is fake in that eating breakfast means you have a more energetic day.
No.
Like I saw that's fake. I've been lied to for how many years? 23 years? I've been getting lied to that people who eat breakfast have more energy throughout.
Well, here's the thing. Like
I'm not a breakfast guy. I don't I can skip breakfast every day.
I'm perfectly fine.
So I love
Are you though? Like are you perfectly fine?
I might have a few screws loose, but that's not part of the breakfast. I feel like gonna fix that shit.
I love breakfast. I like pancakes. I like French toast. I'm a huge bacon fan. I mean, who isn't? Who doesn't love bacon?
Hi.
Okay, great, get out. So, that kind of like I love breakfast, but
We heard you the fourth time.
is it so important?
Yo, breaking news here at Life's a Party. Paul loves breakfast.
It's just what
coming in live.
But
He just loves breakfast.
if you want to skip it. I don't give a shit.
It is
Like,
interesting how you said how pork roll and bacon and that kind of stuff.
It's a meat industry thing.
That is weird.
It's not good for you to have it in the beginning of the day.
Bacon's horrible for you.
Right. The only reason it's there is because it wouldn't fit in it wouldn't fit for lunch. It wouldn't really fit for dinner. Like I'm not having bacon with my steak or like bacon with.
The only thing's like a bacon burger. No, there's bacon steak, but they're like accessories. You can just wake up and like, piece of bacon for breakfast.
Boom. There you go.
You don't have that
Bacon with eggs. Same thing with dairy. That's the whole thing with milk. Milk ain't good for you. Milk is not good for you at all. And the reason why
is it good for your bones at least?
No, that's a lie too. Fake. It's all fake.
Yeah, that was a marketing thing for the guy.
Jesus, we've been getting lied to. Our
It's
whole
marketing,
lives.
and but people do like milk, but at the same time, it's really not good for you.
What about mommy milk? Okay, this get weird.
Oh, well, that's nurturing. So wait,
Yeah, kid show.
on the little tangent here with milk. Did you see this college thing happening with like the milk challenge?
I have
Because this shit's wild.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
This shit is it's awesome. Like I want to go to this university just for this. So they call it Milk Monday, and Barstool covered it, and like I'd fly out just to watch this event happen. And these college kids every Monday, it's at night. I don't know where it is. It's probably somewhere on campus, maybe in the parking lot or something. And someone holds it. There's a host, everything, and they have milk there. And basically, you chug the milk. And it's a competition between two people. They put the milk in the middle. They have the two people at the ends, and they run towards the milk, like sprint, and start chugging. And everyone pukes, throws up, whatever. And then whoever
It's funny because
loses,
they have like entrances.
it's
Like a whole event.
It's like WWE
It is
shit. You know what I'm
WWE.
saying? And then once the people are done, they're done. Two more people come on, and everyone's just losing their shit. They're like, ah.
There's a
Everyone's
lot.
like,
There's a lot of milk trends going on. The nipple one with the girls on TikTok, and they squirt it out.
oh, they squirt like up in the air. or
Yeah,
something,
I have
right?
something to say that this is gonna make me sound stupid. I don't know if I said this before on the podcast, but I need to let people know because I went 23 years without knowing this.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So I didn't know that women can only produce milk when they have a baby. I did not know that. My girlfriend told me that for the first time the other day.
So what you're thinking? You're thinking that
I think that like she who hasn't had a baby yet could produce milk out of her boobies.
okay,
But I didn't know that you can only do that if you have a kid. Did you know that?
yeah, absolutely.
I did not know that.
Everybody should know that.
I did not know
So
that.
wait, you think that at any moment in time you could go up to some random girl and be like, "Hey, milk"? Like that's not what happens.
Dude, I swear to God, I thought that because I made a joke. That's how it got brought up. I made a joke where it was like, "Oh, just don't bite her nipple because milk might come out." And my girlfriend Gab was like, "Do you know about that? Like, you can only get milk if you have a kid."
She's like, "I'm not producing milk right now."
and the thing that's like how the human body works is pretty bizarre. I didn't know that.
You think that's how cows work?
That's like when you think like someone, if you're about to say something and you think majority is gonna agree with you, and it's
Yeah.
like I'm like the outcast on that. Tends to happen on this show.
I think we have I think we have two more here. The hot takes. This one's
Oh
yours.
yeah, this was family recipes aren't always good recipes. This is a good one. I agree with it. I agree with the hot take because family recipes are deemed good because the family just grows up on it. Like you grow up eating the same recipe
So
at
you
family
know what it
dinner,
already-
so you
yeah.
know what it tastes like. But if you were to take that recipe and give it to someone else, maybe they're like, "Oh, what is this? It just tastes weird." It's not as good as what their own family's recipe, they feel like as good as it is.
There's some recipes too where if you eat it as a child, it has a good feeling with you. Like it has a
Yes.
good feeling. You have a good experience and memories with it. Where maybe you have it as an adult and realize it's not that good. Like your mom wasn't that good of a cook, or like the recipe's not that good.
Stick to the milk.
Yeah, I think stick with the. I think the recipes can go either way, but they probably aren't as good as you remember them to be.
Last one.
Last one we have here is special moment videos are obnoxious. So I think they're referring to what? Like
Like a concert, or like people who are at like a baseball game, or how about here's a good one. So you see Adam Sandler. He's shooting a show. He's shooting a new movie in Philly.
Yes.
You see him by yourself. He's at Jim Steaks, or he's at Gino's cheesesteak place, and you go up to him with a phone and you're like recording instead of just like going up to him and embracing that moment of maybe like you're a big Adam Sandler fan and you're like living within the moment instead of actually just having your phone out to capture it to show everybody, hey, I saw Adam Sandler. Instead of just being in that moment and just seeing if you can just get some knowledge from him or just to meet him.
yeah,
Or Tiger Woods is a good one.
yeah. If
You go to a golf tournament, Tiger
Yeah.
Woods is playing right in front of you. You got your phone in front of your face while Tiger Woods, the greatest golfer of all time, is hitting in front of you. And you're watching your phone and your screen on your phone instead of watching the greatest of all time right in front of you play.
I think in terms of if I find a celebrity out in the wild, right? If you find a celebrity at a bar and you really
Listen,
like them, right?
Africa?
If you-
Man versus wild?
If you really,
If I see someone out in the wild.
if you really like them,
We have to see the celebrity in its natural habitat.
I really think that you should just go up, like go say hello, whatever you want to do, and then ask for a picture. I think that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
In terms of, we've talked about like capturing the moment and stuff like that with Tiger. So say you're at a golf thing and you're watching Tiger Woods and you want to record it. Maybe he's close to you. Like you're not going to get the chance probably ever again. So maybe you want to record it. I think maybe you record, take your phone out, record it, put it below your face though. Like
Right.
make sure you line it up, make sure it's good, press record, everything's good, have it going for a little bit, and just watch it in person. But you'll have the frame too, so it's just not blocking that view. Like if you're watching a concert through your phone screen, it's stupid.
That's so dumb.
It's so stupid. Same thing if you're watching Tiger play and you're like, oh, I'm watching him through my phone. You just wasted that moment.
I think you said it best in that you have to film it where you could still see it with your own eyes because you paid there to be there.
Yeah.
Because you do like to go back and watch some of the videos you took at the concerts. But if you're just watching the screen of your phone, that defeats the purpose of just being there.
Oh, of course.
All right.
And final block here.
Do we have enough time for this? How long
Yeah,
is this?
absolutely. We got plenty of time,
This is an
man.
extra show.
Last block we want to do here is we want to go through some Disney facts. Now, these are good. I really like these.
Yeah, they are good. I
in
got them
particular.
from Walt, directly.
Oh, you talked to Walt?
Yeah, again.
I
talked to
Man, fuck Walt.
fuck Walt, yeah.
we
I
have-
talked to him directly.
We have a fan of the show here. Fuck Walt.
Well, my mom doesn't like when I curse on this show. She's probably not going to be happy.
Nah, I
with
love
this.
Walt Disney. He's a great guy.
But we do have some Disney facts. These are pretty dope. So the first one is that Cinderella fountain at Fantasyland looks different to children than it looks to adults. So Disney World loves to give children the upper hand. Obviously, it's a place for the children. It's the happiest place on earth, and that's definitely the case at the Cinderella fountain in Fantasyland. So when adults look straight ahead at the fountain, they see an almost spot-on depiction of the Disney princess looking down. But when children look up at the fountain, they see a crown resting on top of her head. So that's sort of like, what did you talk about earlier? It's the Tower of Terror, how there's two different perspectives. This is a cool little perspective that I don't know a lot about Disney, but I usually know about the main different perspectives. This was something new that I never heard of.
Something old Disney used to do that I guess new Disney, a lot of people criticize that they're moving away from, is the importance of sight lines. And to be Disney and think of, hey, what is the sight line for an adult and what's the sight line for a young child is really important and is really, awesome that Disney would do that. And I think it's really cool. There's
Even though they're paying less to get in.
yes,
They're paying less and they get a better
view.
A crown of Cinderella.
But what's something cool with this too, like perspective or like little things, something that just happened. So the new Ratatouille ride just opened at Epcot.
Ratatouille, big
Or
Ratatouille.
it's about to open. They're in cast previews at the moment. And there's a fountain in the Friends Pavilion that they just built. And what's cool about it is the fountain, I don't know what the actual term of it's called, but the way old films used to work is that you would put like a frame over a frame, right? I mean, basic stuff. So you would get maybe like a horse. I think that was one of the first films ever made where it was this horse and they overlaid images and it looked like the horse was running. And they put it on a wheel and they spun it. And in Disney, this fountain, they kind of have an homage to that where they have a rat in the fountain. And when you walk around the fountain, if you took a picture in front of each photo or each thing of the rat, if you took a photo of it and went and then placed it on top of one another, in video it would look like the rat's running.
Dude, that's sick.
So it's a cool perspective thing where it's like, oh, if you followed the same path in this circle or you took pictures of it, you would get this video almost. So it's a cool little Easter egg, but it's also a perspective thing that Disney does.
That's like you don't oh, what's so great about Disney World? It's like you just go there, they have rides, they have shows, fireworks. It's like there's this little
There's
shit.
a lot of in there.
The
Yeah.
ins and outs of each one is just like every inch is planned. It's dope.
Something really great about Disney is the cast members, and they're really above and beyond anything you would find at local theme park. And the next thing we want to talk about is cast members. So something cool about the cast members, they want to be nice to you. Obviously, they get picked and hired because they're trying to provide you with the best experience possible at Disney. It's very hard to get in. And I went through a hiring process to try to get in the Disney College program. End up getting in, but because COVID, everything changed and never got to work there. But went through a few different interview processes. And one of the things is if you ask a cast member a question at Disney or Disneyland, they will never say, I don't know. They'll never say, I don't know, because they don't want to hit you with a dead end. They want to make sure that your question or whatever is fulfilled and you get an answer. So they'll point you in the right direction of someone else and be like, hey, you could go to this person. Oh, they'll grab someone for you that could probably answer the question better for you. Even if they don't know it.
They're probably like Chick-fil-A employees on steroids.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Chick-fil-A.
Do you think Chick-fil-A or is Disney workers Chick-fil-A employees on steroids?
I think Disney's probably number one, but Chick-fil-A is probably a close second. And something cool too with the cast members. This is a little Easter egg or a little, I don't know really what to call it, inside knowledge of.
Inside Disney.
But a cast members, if you ever, you will never see a Disney cast member point with a finger, like one finger, because it's kind of known as rude. Like if you're like, hey, over here or over here or over here. So Disney cast members are told to point with 2 fingers. So they'll usually go like this and they'll point you in the right direction, like this. So next time you're at Disney or Disneyland, when you ask a cast member, just pay attention. They'll point like that. And that way it's not like offensive or rude of them to be pointing as if they were pointing with 1 finger.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Oh, yeah. He was waiting.
Kids show.
It's going so well.
I had this. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Here you go. That is pretty cool though. But that's why it's not offensive?
Yeah, so if you point, it's kind of known as being rude. So the idea of, obviously, the cast members still have to point you in the right direction. To not do a 1 finger being rude, they do 2 fingers. So you'll see them like this, and they'll just be like, hey,
that's
over
so
here,
weird.
over here.
But Keanu Reeves goes, you know, you're breathtaking.
I never noticed that. I'll have to check it out. All right. I think how many more we have? We got 2 more, 3 more. All right, next one. So you can chat with the creators at Disney World over lunch, which I did not know. So obviously everyone's been to Disney and has had some questions about how the magic happens, like the ins and outs that Paul talks about. And maybe you actually can shell out a couple extra few bucks, which I bet is probably much more than a few bucks. Yeah. And you could sit down with the creators themselves and have a lunch and ask them questions. And I think this would be something very cool that I would be interested in. And maybe probably you as well.
For sure, yeah.
Just because like we're both creative people and we love to see how different people think in a creative way. And Disney World's like the king of creation. So to sit down with the people who created like maybe that statue, like what was their perspective? Why did they do it? How did they do it? And just the thought process. It's almost like that thing where what's trending on Twitter, it's like, would you rather take $500,000 or a sit-down lunch with Jay-Z? So it's sort of like that. I mean, obviously, I'm not sitting down with the Disney creators instead of taking $500,000, but it would be a very interesting experience, and I think I would really enjoy that. Didn't know that was possible.
The next one we have here is Disney flew their flags at half-mast on the day Apple co-founder Steve Jobs died. So We've talked about it on the show before, but Steve Jobs was the original owner of Pixar, obviously the founder or co-founder and CEO of Apple, and Jobs was Disney's largest single shareholder. He had 7% stock hold on
That's
Disney.
one of the coolest parts of this, I think.
So he was a very large stockholder in Disney, and he was on the board of the directors. And in the movie Cars features a white racing car with the Apple logo and the number 84, which refers to the year that the first Apple computer was released.
That's really cool. I do enjoy it. Like 7% of Disney World is a lot.
The Disney company.
I own Disney World. Well,
Let me
reframe that. I'm a stockholder of Disney World. I'm probably 0.00000. I'm not no 7% like Steve Jobs.
But I think it's cool that in movies all the time we talk about little hidden Easter eggs, and for a nod to a large shareholder in the company, as well as someone who is of pop culture significance, to have a little Easter egg in there with Apple, as well as like a nod to him after his death, is pretty cool.
Definitely one of the coolest like cross collaborations, I guess you could say.
Like hidden Easter eggs,
which is it's definitely one of the cooler ones I've seen. All right, last one. I know the fun has to end after this. This one is kind of... Disney World is second only to the U.S. military when it comes to purchasing explosives in the United States.
What?
But to be fair, I think we know where the explosives are going to the fireworks.
Right.
I don't think they're planning to bomb ourselves or the parks
anytime soon.
I think they put a little too much effort into that. But they do have hella fireworks. I don't know how many... There's probably numbers out there on how much they actually use and how many shows they have a day. I don't know if you know.
If you
Probably
talk
probably not.
in relation to fireworks, is this a Disney World in particular? Or so Disney World in particular, you have the Magic Kingdom fireworks show, which is always changing now. Probably when we release this, it'll I don't know, very soon Disney's having their 50th anniversary.
Well, you got really mad at that TikTok.
Oh yeah. Well, somebody was like, Disney's canceling fireworks like for the 50th, and I'm like, dude, shut up.
Clickbait.
They're making it was clickbait. I was like, this is so misleading. Like they're making a new show. So
Paul got a lot of likes on that
yeah,
comment.
Disney's Magic Kingdom is doing a new show for the 50th anniversary. So you have a fireworks show every night there. Usually, probably I think they might do that show twice a night. So 2 fireworks shows every night in Magic Kingdom. The Epcot show, which used to be Illuminations, was every
It has
night.
to be at night, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you. I didn't really think about that. Yeah. Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios does maybe a little bit of fireworks, if not. I haven't seen the show in a while. And Animal Kingdom does nothing because of the animals.
Well, their fireworks shows aren't no Wildwood or Ocean City, Maryland. I mean, it's for
they're
thousands
like
of people.
and they're really well done. There's a lot of fireworks, so you could think of like no one else in the country would be buying that many fireworks because they're putting on 4 or 5 fireworks shows every night, in like with a lot of fireworks. So
Bad for the environment. You know what's not bad for the environment?
What?
Life's a party pod.
Life's a party. That's what we do here. That's the end of our show. So thanks for listening. We got some Disney facts. We got
hot takes. We talked some
Hot
golf.
takes.
We
Dude.
talked about like a week in a recap, this was a good week for like a weekly recap.
a lot of
There's
shit
a lot
going on,
on.
dude.
So maybe we carry over some stuff next week.
Hopefully you're checking us out on YouTube. We love our new sign.
Love it.
Love our
Love
new
the whole
sign.
new set.
Yeah, love our new
We
set.
love producer Drew.
Love
Sometimes.
the vibes. Yeah, for sure.
The show, like, as we put a lot of work and money into the set, it's like we can already see like the team starting to get bigger, and we're starting to see our shows get better, and our
for sure.
content is getting better. So we're excited. We're definitely on the uphill climb here.
We got some shirts in the works. I'm talking to some people right now. I'll probably get them out sometime late October and maybe early November. Get them definitely before the holiday season. So we'll make sure you can give them as gifts.
Yes.
And we have 2 other channels that we didn't really get to shout out, but make sure you're following us on YouTube. We have another channel called Parlay Pals, which they're doing college football.
Yeah, college football gambling, Parlay Pals. You can go to Life's a Party YouTube, scroll to the bottom, it's a link page. Then Paul's doing Screening Party, which I have to talk to you about.
Yes.
You did a live trailer reaction to Hawkeye, who's coming out with. I love that it's Christmas, by the way.
Go online.
I don't want to spoil it, but
check out the Hawkeye trailer. It's an original series going on Disney Plus. One of my favorite Avengers, Hawkeye, and it's going to be like set during Christmas, which I'm pumped about.
It does look really dope, but you did a live reaction review and you didn't give any reaction or any comments about Haley Setfield.
Haley Seinfeld.
What's her name?
Seinfeld. Haley Seinfeld.
She's like one of my favorite celebrities.
You like her? Yeah.
And she was in Transformers, right?
The new one.
So she's like tapping into like the actress world.
She's going into like the action world of action movies and stuff.
Yeah, so I definitely check out Paul's page over there. Check out Parlay Pals, 13-week show, college gambling. If you enjoy sports, and hopefully we're gonna do more stuff together outside of the podcast. So
Doing
we're
more
excited.
stuff very soon. Appreciate you guys listening. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Life's a Party Pod.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Word of mouth. Tell your friends about us.
Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we love you. As always.
Music. Take us out.
Peace.
Later. Mama's milk.